Hello, this is Ed Burke with PlaceForTraders.com for Thursday, April 9th. Starting off in the June S&P, in my last video I talked about the pivot level of 820.5. We needed to stay above 820.5 on Wednesday for a bullish market. Below 820.5, we're looking at a bearish market. I had the first line of resistance up at 828. The first line of support down at 806.25. Now, Wednesday's trading range was a little tricky. We did not stay on one side of that pivot level, either on the upside or downside, and trend in that direction where you catch a nice trend. The market was very choppy Wednesday. There was a couple of attempts. The market rallied over the pivot level, and the pivot level really served more like a resistance than just to guide you in the right direction of the market. I did send messages out to people early on saying that I had a bearish bias for the market on Wednesday. I said that we went up early on to the pivot level and failed, and I thought there was going to be more of a bearish tone to the market. In any case, then the market, right before the close, settled up 860 at 822.60. But the high of the day was 825. The low was 811. So, like I said, a tight trading range. We stayed just, the high of the day was just under that first line of resistance, and the low of the day stayed well above the first line of support. So that's the trading range we stayed in. For Thursday, I'm looking at the pivot level of 820.15, 820.15. Now, here, once again, we have a convergence. The weekly and daily pivot coming in right at around the same level of 820.15. Closing at 822.60, now we're above what tomorrow's daily and weekly pivot is. Up at the first line of resistance, I'm looking at 829 is the first line of resistance. The second line of resistance up at 834. For support, I'm looking at the first line of support at 815. The second line of support down at 806. Now, just a word of caution, I would be looking more at the second line of resistance if we have an up day tomorrow, or the second line of support if we have a down day. That second line of resistance up at 804, or the second line of support down at 806. We had this tight, small trading range on Wednesday. That when you have a tight trading range on Wednesday, that's going to produce a tight, small range for these support and resistance numbers. Some numbers coming out. 8:30 a.m. Eastern time. You have import-export prices coming out. Last month, import prices were down 0.6%. Export prices were up 0.1%. Also at 8:30, you have initial jobless claims. The expectation is for a number of 650,000. And also, once again, at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, you have the trade balance number coming out. The expectation is for a negative 37 billion. That's all I have for this evening. Thanks for tuning in. If you haven't gone to my website as of yet, I encourage you to go on and sign up for the free alerts. Thanks a lot and good trading.